Spoke exclusively to June Steenkamp a couple of weeks ago now. Very good morning to you, Lerato.
Good morning to you, Eben.
Just tell us quickly about the family's sentiments with regards to the appeal. We know what they've said in the media thus far, but what do you reckon the sentiments are?
The family really has no feelings about today. They really feel indifferent about whether Oscar is in prison or out of prison. June Steenkamp has said that nothing that happens to Oscar is going to bring Reeva back, and that's their stance, that whether he's in prison or out of prison makes no difference because no amount of law or appeal is going to bring their daughter back. So really feeling indifferent about today because the energies now are on the Rebecca Reeva Steenkamp Foundation.
They have travelled to Bloemfontein for this appeal. What did they tell you was the thinking behind the trip then?
Originally, June Steenkamp was actually supposed to be overseas to raise funds for the foundation, but by a request from Advocate Gerrie Nel, she decided to go support Barry and just be there literally because Gerrie Nel had asked her to be there. But in honest fact, her heart right now is to be overseas to raise funds for this foundation because she really is passionate about advocating for the rights of abused women and children.
Now, you interviewed her a couple of weeks back now when she launched the foundation there at the school, Reeva's former school in Port Elizabeth. What did she tell you exactly at that time?
Number one, she said that she really has forgiven Oscar, that she comes from a Christian background, and one of the fundamentals of Christianity is to walk into forgiveness. And she said that it was a process to forgive him, but she's really at a place now where she's letting go of the bitterness and the anger, as she has forgiven him and doesn't want any harm to be inflicted on him. She wants him to live his life well, like she's living her life well, regardless of the circumstances. And then she said that right now her energies are really promoting the Reeva Steenkamp Foundation. Currently, she's going around schools in Port Elizabeth teaching young people about the importance of having an open relationship with their parents. And above all, really what really was touching is that she's teaching young men the importance of honoring and respecting women. So I really met a woman who was really forgiven, who was obviously still hurting. I think no parent can go over the loss of a child, but really trying to be strong so that other women, other children who are abused have now a refuge where they can go and get help from.
Have you heard anything come out of the mouth of Barry Steenkamp in the last couple of days or so?
No, nothing really from Barry. The one time that we did actually go while we were doing live crossings, where we did go to the local pub that's owned by the Steenkamps, you really saw a man who was still really hurting. Unlike his wife, June really has been strong. I mean, she spoke at a school 2 weeks ago, which really showed her strength. But Barry, throughout this time, has been very reserved. In the time we did get to see him, he said, didn't want to speak to the media. It still does hurt because he really was close to his daughter.
Now, you spoke earlier about June Steenkamp wanting to travel overseas to raise funds for the foundation. Tell us about that a little bit, but also give us an idea about the extended work that the foundation wants to do. Is it only dealing with abused women, or is it going to widen the scope, as it were?
In the interview that we had with her, it looked like that the foundation is in two phases. I think the short-term goal of the foundation is just really to advocate and to speak about the importance of young children having a relationship with their parents. She really is strong about that, and that's what she wants to do at the moment, and then also do public speaking to raise funds. Then long-term, she wants to have a refuge center, which is going to be a place where women and children who are abused can go there and also just get help, and also give them a dignity and respect to go back and plow back into the community. So it's two-phased, but the long-term goal, which she really wants to do, is to build a center where these women who are abused and these children who are abused can go back and find hope again. And then once they've found hope, can go back and help others in their community as well.
Well, Lerato, thank you very much for that update, coming to you live from our studios in Port Elizabeth. Of course, that is Reeva Steenkamp's hometown, if you didn't know that. And she is now taken on, well, iconic stature down in the Eastern Cape. But let's go.